Happy Libra season. All right, let's get for real. I am abundance. I'm love. I'm one with the source of all things that are good in this universe, with the one source that is pure of light and truth. May the Most High bless my words and bless my walk and bless my life to live alive. I know we make a lot of jokes. I make a lot of jokes with this lady that I be meeting, and she be like, "Are you sure you're gonna be here?" And I'll be like, I say the same thing she said. Like, I used to joke. I joke with all elders. I joke with everybody because I be wondering if they see what I see. Here today, gone tomorrow. I wonder if they see what I see. I'm only here till I'm gone. That's it. You know. Praise God for that. That's what makes it such a blessing. It's because look, I can't. I love this story of King Solomon. It's like a story that King Solomon in it's in the book. It's in the book of King. It's a King Solomon story. It's a story of King Solomon and the ring. It's one of the stories of how he got like ring number 3, I think, because it only had like ring number 4 with 4 insignias on it, and you know, but the whole thing was like he sent one of his bearers to go get a ring for him, and he told him, bring me a ring that'll make me laugh and one that'll make me cry. Now, most people, they don't look at it like, why would this man make that a big deal? Because you don't know, even back then, like, Solomon might not forgive you. He might forgive you and then still kill you if you don't get it right. They were kind and just kings, but if they gave an order, they had to lead with a fierce, ferocious ferocity. It just is what it is. That means if you don't obligate what the king wants you to do, then you might not make it. You know, far worse times than what we live in today. Like today, like back then, steal something, get caught, get your hand chopped off. Like this is some easy shit. We can protest without them getting on. Like y'all think this is bad? Like an army coming in on when there's like, come on, man. Y'all hear this shit in the music. Y'all see this shit. Don't get me wrong. Some of y'all are just in it. You in it, and that's why you don't want them to come to your city and be like, don't be pulling out, don't be bringing the military out to patrol around my city, don't be tightening up on us, we got money to make, because you making drug money and illegal money and different types of shit. Like, I ain't trying to point at you, I ain't pointing fingers, I don't care who the fuck doing it. I'd be like, it just need to stop. You know, it's a bunch of stuff that kills the hood that needs to stop. Don't ever stop community growth. Like, you know, the growth of the community and growth of the people, that's needed. But a lot of things we do voluntarily to make ourselves sick or to make our surroundings sick, and most people don't want to hear the truth. It's like, you know, how like the music we've created, it's too late now, it's created, now we got to go back, like we got to listen to this music. Like I go back listening to old music and I can't believe some of the words to the music, and I'll be like, damn, they said that, I didn't even know that shit. I'm talking about music from the 70s and 80s. Not to mention, there was once an artist, a white artist, that had a song called "I Hate Niggas" or something. You got to look it up. It's some racist shit going on, but you know. And then you come to modern day, we still doing the same thing. You know, a couple hundred years later, we on the same vibe. We still fighting racism. We trying to laugh about it, but we can't really come to terms with it until everybody faces up and takes ownership. And to be honest with you, black folk ain't got to take ownership. And you know, the fake news be like the posts that post up and be like Mexicans lashing out at black Americans because they want us to help. Man, ain't nobody asking black folks to help. It's only a few people few people that's lashing out and being like, why won't they help us? And then, I would say something to somebody and I was like, well, they carrying the wrong flag. They need to be out there with an American flag and saying, I love America if that's really what they're about. But then I looked at them and I was like, oh, they got the American flag. Oh, this shit is just, it's technically, they brought them people over here to work and now they're trying to tell them people to get out. That's how I be feeling. Basically, niggas. Except you didn't necessarily tell us to get out. You mentioned the word you're free, but then you realize it would cripple your economic system in this junior phase, and it wouldn't be in America if you didn't figure out how to transition from, forced slavery into like optional slavery in a way, but it's still slavery. Like if you choose to agree to stay in this country and work in this country and live in this country, then you got to know if you're going to live in this country, you will work in this country. If not, then whatever you're doing is not really considered living. Like most of the homeless people, they don't say they living. They don't be like, this person is living, because you don't have a house, you don't have a car, you're not playing the game, you're not in the game. Like that's living. Living in America is going to work a 9 to 5, or figuring out entrepreneurship, or figuring out something to do with business and playing the game. If you're not playing the game, then you're just not living. If you off grid, you're not living. You know what I'm saying? If you doing anything besides paying your taxes, you're not living. That's how this country is set up, and that's the wave. Like had we left, man, this shit wouldn't have been nothing. When they said you're free, if niggas would have just remembered what was up, it had been like 6, 7 generations by then. We the ones free, they didn't even know what the hell the word actually meant at that time, because the subconscious had been so messed up. This is what they did to us. So look, white America, you actually got to face up there. This is your judgment, a judgment by the face of your peers. Like you're in the jury of your peers, and you guys have to face this. Like you gotta, like, don't let it drive you crazy, because I'm gonna be real. Our Akashic record line is even, it's just as bad. It's just as much evil in the road to black, and everything comes from black. You got to actually read and pay attention to the books we read, to the text that we seem to want to go by and put our faith in. You got to pay attention to this shit. Now, if the entire Bible is based on black people, then what does that tell you that black people were doing? We were turning on each other and everything. Now, it's mainly about certain black tribes amidst when the tribes started becoming a mixed multitude of people. That means there were starting to be people that you would probably call European, or you would be like, yeah, this is supposed to be the presence of the modern day white person, and fuck Antioch. This shit happened because a lot of people in that field will be like, yo, in Antioch, where they started calling the Christians Nazarenes and Christianos, like, to me, I'm black. I could be a Hebrew Israelite if I want to. I could say I'm a Nazarene if I want to. But that's only because I know certain truths. I know that even over here, my people were enslaved, and something had some. Look, I look at it like this: Abraham might have been. I mean, not Abraham, but Abe Lincoln might have been representing representative like Noah. And then when you come back to a more modern sense, prior times, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King would still be the spirit of Noah, saying, "Let my people go, let my people go." Like you told them they was free, and then when they couldn't figure it out, you kept them in oppression instead of like showing them or letting them be free and letting them figure it out. Because I'm gonna tell you what it was. They could have been like, "You free," and just left us alone and let us figure it out, not bothered us. I'm telling you, niggas would have figured that shit out. They would have came through and everything. We'd have had a whole black ecosystem on our own. Like at the end of the day, none of it was needed. None of it. Let me repeat that. At the end of the day, the slave trade, none of that shit was needed. Like folks could have actually made a pact and came over here with each other, came over here of their own accord and built this shit up. Yeah, we would have got into fights and quarrels. Clans would have been going at it with this clan, but eventually we would have squashed all that and realized we was one unit over this mug. Like to me, you be like, yo, America's built on slavery. Did it have to be built on slavery? Did we have to go do that? So no, this is your fault. Own up to it. And now you be like, yo, people are sitting here like, yo, don't get me wrong. I don't support any of it because to me it really affects me, but it don't affect me. I'm gonna say how it don't affect me. It don't affect me because I don't see none of those laws or sanctions helping me out in my everyday life. I don't see none of it helping me out for the better. Like I might like when they did the PPP loans, I seen it help a few people out, and I seen a lot more people get locked up just for that. And I was like, damn, why they get locked up? They got the loan and they did some other shit and da. They didn't read the fine print and people were scamming and da. And I'm like, damn, niggas can't even do right when the system is trying to do you right. Like, god dang. And then you mess it up for other folks. And when I say nigga, you gotta understand. I mean all y'all. White, black, it don't matter. What the fuck you call yourself? If I call you nigga, you nigga, nigga, you nigga. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's a word. It's a word of like, whatever, nigga. Like all sorts of words mean oppression, oppressed. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We rise above it and we take that bitch and become something more. But with the nigga word, nigga, you gotta understand that. Neji, nigga, niggas. We are all one people. I'm trying to tell you. White, black, doesn't matter. Y'all all come from the black man and woman. Period. You know what I'm saying? We went from the cradle, navigated our way across this country, and then we started getting stuck in different places, like getting stuck. And even when I'm gonna tell you how this shit goes down until the last one is left, and then it reboots. I'm talking about no matter where you at, it'll reboot. So once the cradle of civilization had got established in Africa, it also popped off in South America. Very easy science to get into because once we made it across the world, Australia and different shit, when the catastrophic events happen, the world just reset. Like certain people were able to find shelter and survive this shit. Everybody was told a different story, you guys. We all were told different stories. Africa, Europe, Egypt. Like, I'm not about to sit here and try to prove who was first. All I know is you're supposed to learn from them tablets. Follow the laws of man, laws of God. Follow the laws of God first and the laws of life, and follow the laws of the land second. You know what I'm saying? If we all study and keep it in our hearts, it's easy for us to pass on that tradition. That's what we done did anyway. We passed on to the tradition, but we blended it with our own fuckeries. So it's like now we got a book that both points out the injustice of slavery but justifies it at the same time. And that's like, no, we can't be having that. You got to go in and really make that shit make sense. You got to understand some shit was sarcastic. You got to read it the right way. It's why, like, you ever watch the movie Nat Turner, and he was telling them folks like, why won't they let us read from Leviticus? Why you won't let these people read from certain things? Because certain things will come back around and bite you in the ass. Like, when Christ was saying, okay, cool, if you want to have slaves, well then, slaves, be good to your master. Master, do right by your slave. If that's how you gonna do it, nigga, that's sarcasm, because you ain't supposed to have no goddamn slaves. I'm telling you, nigga, like, you stupid. Like, that's what he was saying to you, stupid Pharisee. You on some Pharisee shit. You think it's cool to do this shit when you really could build camaraderie. All you gotta do is literally ask somebody, yo, hey, you wanna help me build this pyramid? Do you know how to build the pyramid? That's what they gonna ask you. You really know how to build a pyramid? Shit, yeah, I'll help you. Hey, bro, come on, help us. We about to. This nigga say he know how to build a pyramid. I want to learn how to build a pyramid. The freak wrong with you? Like, that's how this shit goes. Like, you be like, it don't matter where the information comes from. Beams in from God across the universe. Beams in from the fibers of your soul. Like, I'm in the middle of watching some shit where you got anime characters that don't believe humans have hearts. I almost was with their asses. I was like, you know what? Humans don't have hearts. There's no way we have heart. We can have a change of mind, but then I was like, yo, we can have a change of heart just as easy as we have a change of mind. So it's like you could change your mind and then change your heart. So it's just a cartoon when it comes down to it. It's just the anime. It's literally just the anime. But this is real life, y'all. But now, like I said, it's a bed of thorns and thistles. We got to lay in that shit. Like, for real. Like, and I was riding with my folks and I was like, yo, I wouldn't want to live with the fact that my people tortured one people to build a nation. I wouldn't even want to live with that. I would probably be like, man, we gotta kill ourselves because this ain't. Well, I don't know way to make that shit right. But you don't need to do that. You just need to live with yourself and stop trying to talk down or look down at other races, other classes of people. Like that's what makes it where you be like, I don't care that I'm a slave master. I'm superior to you type attitude. Y'all gotta stop that. That shit gotta go away. You got to stop that. I know you programmed to it, but you got to bust your own bubble sometimes. You got to look for God in you to help you bust your own bubble. I'm talking to like all of the whatever MAGA people that think they white. If you think you white and you act like that, you think you're white and you act like that. I don't care about Confederate flags. I don't care about any flag, to be real with you. I just care about people. I care about people. We're the flag. The freak. Wear your life and live it. Like, it shouldn't have. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say this one thing. It don't matter how racist he was, man. That shouldn't have happened. That Charlie Kirk thing shouldn't have happened. Some of us are down here actually living off the presence of God, so we cast ballots in the favor of God. You don't gotta know us. You don't gotta believe us. You don't gotta nothing. You don't. It don't matter. It's like the wind blowing. So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, I might be like, I'm sitting here like, yo, will the world make it? Could these people make it through 1 year without killing each other, without one murder, like one, without not one murder? If they can do that, I'm pretty sure God will be pleased. I'm pretty sure they please the universe at that moment. You'll hear a loud ass dong out of nowhere, dong, out of nowhere, like you just passed the Hunger Games phase. Like, what? Did we just pass a test? Trust me. But y'all ain't gonna do it. You ain't got the resolve to do it. Everybody want to get that get back, and don't nobody really want to call a truce and build a spaceship or some shit like that. Everybody just want to be like, oh, I got to get back. You ain't pay attention to it. You want to go to church and be like, forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. But then you keep doing it. It's like the Outcast song. You praying for forgiveness, but you don't live out the atonement. And you'll get mad and upset when somebody points that shit out. Somebody comes and points out the truth to you. You be like, I don't want that. I don't really be caring. I be like, look, if the Most High puts something in my heart to say something to some people, if God says, look, I need you to say this, I'm going to say it. So I'm saying it. Like, yo, fuck that. Like, I still say the same thing. Folks be worried about the wrong thing. You should be worried about how we raising these kids up. We should be worried about undoing all of the injustices in the dumb stuff that we're still doing. Stop doing it. We should be worried about chasing that line down and killing it. Like, not, you know what I'm saying, killing off that negative line of us, because it's all an extension of us. That's why it'll sit on your conscience so bad when somebody else does some dumb shit. You be like, damn, I can't believe they did that. Damn, I can't believe that motherfucker did that. Because it's an extension of you. It's like you did it. So now you're like, damn, I can't believe I let that happen. You feel me? Like, but you won't look at it like that until you step outside of yourself to look at yourself. Because you're like, you got to understand, that's one way you're going to actually find the kingdom within you, is to step out of you, step outside of you, and look at what the fuck you doing from the observation perspective. You got to learn how to remote view yourself. Like, what the freak? Like, and then once you do it, understand you need to figure out how to keep doing it so you can stop messing up. Like, I be trying to control my energy, because I be realizing my energy will sway an area or change some shit within a whole domain, and I be like, damn, just like, yo, this must be my magic power, some sort of time manipulation and spatial manipulation. I don't want to use it. My cousin was like, why you don't use your manipulation powers, cuz? Why? I let God handle all my battles. When God says, utilize all of your skills and all of your ability, and the light happens, I'm going to do it. If that don't happen, I'm just going to do what I'm allotted to do, because that's all you're allotted to do. I look at it like this. You got people that are blessed with innovative thoughts, and then you got people that are blessed with just thoughts. Like, I don't, it's a blessing either way, because you can have thoughts, you can think about shit. But when you have innovative thoughts, that means you're thinking about building some stuff. You're thinking about creating some things. You're thinking about, innovating some things. When you're thinking, you're just thinking on it. And most people say don't think too hard. But sometimes when you think, the reason why it's a blessing to even be able to think, sometimes when you think, you have an innovative thought out of just thinking. That's it. So I think I have an innovate. I think I have an idea. Now you don't know. You just think you have an idea. A person that actually thinks innovative, I have an idea. It's not a I think I have an idea, because they already was thinking innovative. They was thinking for an idea. They wasn't thinking till they might think they have an idea. It's called a stern conviction on yours. Circumcision thoughts and different things like that. I be loving watching sunset. You know, it's beautiful no matter where I watch it from. I be blessed every day to see it. Because you don't know tomorrow what could take you to freak out. You don't know. You just don't know. But we act like we know. You act like you're gonna be here tomorrow. See, look, I don't even know what the hell that was that hit the ground. We act like we're gonna be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know. You know what I'm saying? The shit that came through that person's house could have hit that person. When that came through, left their ass laid out on the floor. You'd just be hearing about it on the news. It's not funny. Like, I came in the house, first thing we hear, shooting in Mississippi. I'm like, God damn. Look, listen. Don't let your Trump listen. We traumatized. You don't see us snapping. I'm gonna tell you all the shit these folks done did to us over the years. You know how your kids run out there and they play in fire hydrants and shit. They used to hook the damn hot fire hydrant up and spray my ancestors down for, like, protesting and shit when they was trying to get their freedom. They used to let loose the dogs and freaking God, they let the dogs. So you keep busting back. I tell you, they used to, when you didn't want to believe in the faith that they wanted you to believe, but they'll put you in this little hole, down in this little hole with a bunch of junk and nails and plywood and different things. You can stay in that hole for days. Like, most people don't want to hear this shit. They be like, I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to think about that, because it's at the surface now. Now it need to be on your conscience. It ain't. It's because we don't want to do that to you. Black people don't want that to happen. God don't want that to happen to you. But look, listen, if you believe in a hell, that's literally what the fuck is gonna happen to your ass in hell. You're gonna have to face that either way. It don't matter. And look, listen, check this out. If you actually go by that book, I'm just telling you this because most people lay on they're Christian by nature. Look, you need to come to the terms that your ass ain't accepted. You just ain't. Unless you know some secrets that I don't know about this shit when it comes to 144,000 and different ones, and you be like, all these people that thought they did good, you thought you was living good, but when you got up there, they said, nope, boom, and it's like billions of us standing outside. You need to think about your life. You be like, shit, that mean I might not make it in. Fuck. Even though I might think about everything you did that was stupid, because you can even step aside and fuck around and let dumb shit happen. Seriously, you can watch it, like technically watch it happen, versus not letting it happen. It's like, yo, what I'm watching, he's like, I want to save everybody. What if one of the people you save end up being the person to go on and murder everybody? Then what? Sometimes you got to be like, shit, you got to make a God level decision and just let that motherfucker go. Like, it just is what it is. He hanging over the cliff, you know what's about to happen. This nigga's a convict ass murderer. Probably look at the look in his eyes. Mean he might kill me if I let him up, let him go. Like, that just is what it is. Like, I know it's hard because sometimes when it sit on your heart, you feel like everybody can be saved. Everybody. You want some Jedi shit. You gotta save yourself. And once you make an atonement pact, stop going back. Stop backsliding. Like, and don't think, oh, I'm gonna do this shit now and go to church. Now your ass might not make it to church. The fuck? You're crazy. You keep living on a guesstimate. Well, I don't even guess nothing. Most of the time, I'll be like, bro, I don't know. I'm just going off an assumption of life and the theory of expansion, because that's what I am. I'm an ever expanding theory until I'm expanding no more. That's just that. I was gonna go in there and try to make some music, but when I tried to make music, I realized I wasn't in a studio, and I ain't got enough money to book a studio session, and I no longer have my studio equipment. And right now, it seems like I'm making a bunch of excuses. But I had to vent, cause. And then there's this whole thing with people like talking about a rebellion and shit, and we all like kind of low key. Even if you didn't vote, you put him in office. You allowed it to happen. Like, in as a whole, we all actually did it. Like, we literally, even the ones that didn't vote, you supported it in some way. So it's like, yo, you took a evil nonetheless. Because Democratic, Republican, it was gonna be some sort of civil type war anyway between who is who in this whole thing, and the people were gonna get brought into it. These mugs was gonna give their reason to bring ICE in and sick them on the people either way. Yeah, they like, Kamala Harris was warning you. Yeah, she's telling you this gonna happen either way. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when I first heard about Project 2025, I heard it was a Democratic thing. Then around the time Trump get elected, they like, well, Trump is the head of Project 2025, and I'm like, wait, I thought Project 2025 was a Democratic decision. When did it become? So you telling me they was gonna do this either way on your ass? That mean if you don't stay on your game, these people will pass bills. They will pass bills and legislations behind your back. You won't even know. That's why they lock so many capable men up all the time, or they scare them to where they can't go do shit, or it be valuable shit for your ass to go do. I know I be making up words. Valuable shit. Valuable. It's you know what I'm trying to say. Stuff that we were supposed to do as people, like voting and making sure we get the right president. If they locked up, or if they got rendered incapable of actually getting there because they just can't make their mind up of which evil politician to vote for, because it's all at this moment, it's all corrupt to me. The whole thing's corrupt. hmm The only way to get it better is to vote them all out and to put the new cast in. But I think that's what be getting me blacklisted when I say shit like that, and I be like, man, I don't give a fuck. Y'all already blacklisted me. All I wanted to do was sing. And I tell your ass, all I wanted to do was sing for like 70,000 people a few times in life and go on a nice ass tour as an artist. I wrote a hit song. I don't see what's so bad, but instead I'm here. I'm here, equivalent to standing on a pedestal or a podium preaching to some people. Like the lady told me I'd be. You might as well go ahead and call me Pastor Josh. It's some Pastor Fuller. God, it is what it is. But look, it's this. I know enough of the truth to know that I don't know shit, and that's why I live my life that way. I can't converge. I can't conform to this traditional way because it's not my way. The way we were taught is this skin is not our original way. So I can't convert to it. I can't continue it. If I ever was converted to it, I can't continue it because the Most High I serve told me don't continue this. Serve Him and search for that kingdom. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's within me. And when the further I go it's an ancestral heritage. It's a line that goes all the way back to the beginnings. So I be on my okay, if this is that, then this is that, then everything down here is black, then why are we at this situation? Like, why are we in this conundrum? If this is literally two brothers that got into a squirrel a while back, and this is the family feud that took place out of the families that these brothers had, then what the freak is going on? Why we can't come to terms and everybody just get along and accept ourselves like that? Because we want to sit here and chase this maniacal, democratic, freaking communist, whatever, whatever, instead of being free as a people and making, bona fide, real choices and, actually bossing up as a people. Like, I think we all want to know what freedom actually is. Explore that shit. I think we all want to be free of everything we've done in the past. That's the main thing. If you wanted to really be free, you want to be free of, like, this is what I want to be. I don't want people to look at me and be like, your people were slaves. We're slaves. I hate that. I be looking at that and be like, that's just terrible. Like, it's laughable. Your people were slaves. No, they wasn't. My people were kings and queens. And then they got turned into slaves. And you got to eventually admit that shit and be like, yeah. And then you be like, yo, if they really want to validate it and be like, yo, the black people are the Israelites, you've always been slaves. Remember, let my people go. Then you became a slave to God. It's like everybody wants us to be their slave, even God. Like, it's like, damn, the devil, God, man, our brothers and sisters and shit, they like work for us for free sometimes. Look, if you don't do it, I'm gonna beat your ass, and God pretty much gonna let me do it. You can't live like that. That's why I can't convert to it. Because if I follow that shit, I'm gonna be just like everybody else. Sometimes I know that shit makes it hard for me to get a job. Not really. Once I get a job, I just shut up. I don't be at work talking all that crazy shit. All of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I don't be on this shit at work. At work, I be on some, hey, how you doing? My name's Joshua. And I'll be your person of interest today. And I'll be getting you through with everything that you need. And if there's anything you need, you can just let me know. All right, then. I'll be right over here. I'm talking about for real. I don't play. I'm talking about that shit real bit, dog. Like, because it's our real life, y'all. We keep telling ourselves it's not, but it is. You know what I'm saying? It is. Look at that sky. That shit beautiful. That shit way, way too beautiful. Y'all, that shit way, way too beautiful. Like, don't you just enjoy? You should go outside, and if you can see the sky, just look up and enjoy that shit, because it could be the last one we get to watch. But you don't see it like that. That's what makes it even more beautiful. Like, for the people that's actually going through that shit, this might be their last sunset. That's what makes it so beautiful. Because you never know. That's the blessing of holding on to something that you could lose at any second. That's the blessing. And then surviving when you drop and you actually survive it, being able to walk away, that's the blessing. Look, man, I just want you to be fruitful down here and elevate. I want to be fruitful down here and elevate. Congratulations to all the people in the rock steady mode. And if you feel like you're a patriot because your ancestors fought and bled for this country, then you a patriot. Don't let nobody tell you that. That shit ain't got nothing to do with left or right wing. An American patriot is an American patriot. That means it's like a good old, not I don't want to say good old boy. I mean, I used to make jokes and be like, I'm a good old boy, so I don't really care, you know. And I used to say dumb shit like that, but I would just really be like just joking, like off in my own head. I actually care about a lot of things, but I'd be like joking about it because at the end of the day, a good old boy to me is somebody that follows the rules. He follows standard, not necessarily traditional values, but traditional values nonetheless. On some code shit beyond whatever white supremacy, black privilege, whatever the freak y'all arguing about right now. Because it feels like the world's in a constant state of argument. Like we argue so much it fatigues everybody. Like people be disoriented trying to get to work, thinking about what's going on. I got eggs, grits, whatever's at the house. Everything's high. Oh my God, what's going on in politics? What is Donald Trump doing? What is he doing? Does he have dementia? Da, 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 da. People thought the president was dead. I'd be like, yo, this shit is just fake news out the ass. First and foremost, why we keep electing these old ass motherfuckers to be president? Why we can't get them at 50 and be like, let them after if you're 50 years old, you become a president. If it takes you to be 80 again to become president, you can't do it. Once you hit 60 something, you shouldn't be able to run for president. You can do Congress or something like that, but you shouldn't be able to run for president because that's when we start blurring lines of like, health and shit like that. I feel like president should be like, unless you want to ride. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some smart ass motherfuckers that's freaking well capable of running the country at 81. But I just be feeling like that's a little too old. Anything can go wrong, and then we could just not have a president for a second. And you'd be like, damn, shit, maybe that was a bad idea. We let the elder be the president. Let the elder be the elder, man. Let him be the elder. Trump, I'm not really coming at you like that, Brody, and this ain't that. But I'm like, shit, what the fuck? Like, the fuck is you still president for? Like I was like that when if I looked at Biden the same way, like why is this old ass the president? Like what? No disrespect, Biden, but damn, nigga, enough is enough. Nigga, sit down. Let somebody that's like 45 or 50 or at least 69, not 69, at least 59. 60 is like 65. You should be retired. As a matter of fact, 65 is cool, but you should be ready to retire. After 65, you shouldn't be able to run for president no more. That's it. This motherfucker like, yeah, you can't. We gonna all work till we're 78 now. Y'all hear that shit? They lengthened the shit to retire. So now I myself, if I work at one of these jobs, can't or technically to get my 401k, I'm gonna be working until I'm at like 71, 72. That mean, damn, can I relax? Life is a working survival thing right now, bro. It's like you gotta do everything and then you can't stop for nothing. You think you can slow down, but you really can't. And once you get a little bit of slow down time, the whole world speeds up and now you're trying to catch up. Like that's me by every day. We gotta stop playing catch up and just stay caught up with the whole game, y'all. That's our problem. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay up. Don't go for fake news. It ain't what you want in life. That fake news suck. Trust me. Fake news will have you feeling some type of way when you find out it's fake. It's like, it's a rapture coming. March 23rd. Jesus is coming back. Everybody standing outside singing hymnals and shit. But y'all wilding. Like, stop this. Like, look, no disrespect intended. Ownership. Be proud of who you are, Americans. We need to make it through this so we can just make movies about it and joke about it in the future. We need to make through it without anybody else getting hurt behind this political nonsense. Like dead ass serious. And I still want to know what's going on in Mississippi and in Alabama. Like, what's up with that case? Like, you got Kaepernick doing stuff, they ain't released that. Like, I know it take a little second on autopsy, and it really ain't my business, but it kind of is, because I'm like, damn, is we still hanging niggas on trees? Y'all are scaring me right now. That's how, well, you know when they make that joke, oh, they trying to go back to slavery. And then a nigga get found hung on a tree, and you like, this ain't the time to joke like that. This ain't, no. No, nigga. You might well get ready to do me now, because this ain't that. We not doing that. We not going back, and you're not putting me in no chains. I'm not about to watch my people get put in chains. I'm a spaz, but you not doing that. Not if we ain't did nothing wrong. We ain't did shit. We ain't taking us to jail. We ain't did because we living legal and we doing, bro. You is not about to have me. You not about to pull no whiplash out on me, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You better be shooting a movie, and I better be getting a check, playing in the Django 2 or something. Or I better be some female talking about some fetish shit. And I'm like trying to debate whether I want to let her hit me with that little lasso. And I'm like, nah, shot of flashbacks is real. Flashback. I know I was a slave in a past life for a short term. Pretty sure I jumped in front of something and got hit, and then I was born again. I know, y'all. I'm like damn near unstable. I'm gonna get in this house before something weird comes out the woods. I love y'all. Stay good. Subscribe. Hey, go shop at my website. Stream my music.